The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we bring about the Tuesday, isn't it?
And it's a Tuesday already. Man, we're bringing in the week fast.
37. We got a wind chill of about 31 this morning, so you're not imagining it. You really are cold, right?
There's a nip in the air, and I figured, well, I'm just going to run in, run out, and I'm not going to be outside long, and that's not a good way to think. But I do have a jacket in the truck.
Oh, have mercy. Yeah, I would have that too.
I don't have that kind of jacket.
No, but let me show you. Speaking of a jacket, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's pull this up where you can see this. The Voice, Team Kelly. You want to talk about a jacket that's warm? Tonight at 7 o'clock, we're going to interview this young lady. She is, as I mentioned before, she is on the stage of the world now before millions of Americans from right here in Meridian, Mississippi.
Again, showcasing what we have right here in our hometown. Talent, beauty, we've got it all. She came from Miss Mississippi, from the Universal Pageant. What do they call that nowadays?
Miss America.
Miss America, and now on the stage with Kelly as a coach.
Kelly seems to, let me be honest, I've never heard a song that Kelly Clarkson has ever sung, but I hear she's good. But her personality, if what you see on there, is just bubbling and outgoing.
Both. I mean, I like her music. She's got a good voice. She can sing.
So
and
what do you think Blake's reasoning was for not turning his chair? And he really did not seem that impressed that she had a picture of opening up for him when she was.
No, that kind of like. Really, I'd like to see what was said after the taping. Did he come back and say anything to her? I was glad Kelly jumped on her and won her, and she picked Kelly because I think that'd be a good fit. But at the same time, to me, that was a foreign showcase.
Yes, it was. Again, this is our young lady here from the Meridian, Mississippi area. Really not far from where we are right now. She's going to be taking the stage, and she's going to be our special guest tonight. 7 o'clock. You can watch it on YouTube. Just look up the Scotty Ray Report or Facebook or Twitter, and you'll be able to watch the interview live tonight as we bring that to you. And we'll play some pieces of it tomorrow morning if you didn't get a chance to watch it tonight.
Man.
Arlene, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. A lot of people's up joining their mornings with us, and we appreciate that.
Karina Jones joins us from the big city of Louisville, Mississippi. Spring break. How many people are celebrating?
They are already out on the roads and having a good time and doing some traveling. So y'all be safe while you're traveling. Hit these roads. Kids out of school. Kids looking for something to do.
So do you ever regret not becoming a school teacher where you'd get the summers off? You ever thought about that?
No, because I wouldn't have any time off except Sunday vacation when I had visitation from the family. Because if I was a school teacher around these kids here, I'd be in
trouble.
I'd be in the Lock Bar Hotel or something. I couldn't deal with the mouse that these kids got.
Wow. It truly has. When we were little, and even before that, you were taught that a teacher was respected. If you said something ugly to your teacher, you got it when you got home. Now, and this all goes back to a family issue, and I think you'll agree with me on this. Kids is a reflection of what they're taught at home, of what they do at school.
Oh, amen. And I look at it, we've all been taught all men are created equal.
Yes.
And I do believe that 100% all men are created equal.
Where's your butt?
6 months after you were born and created, your environment took over.
That may be true.
And then you are raised to the environment that you live in, and that will carry on into your educational facilities. And if you talk, you're going to talk to the teacher like you talk to your parents.
Well, I'm not sure that you saw the video, but it was what do you call a teacher a teacher's aide, and this was not in our area, had taken a game away from a kid who kept playing instead of paying attention in class. The bell rings, she walks out to take her break, and he attacks her in the halls of the school. Back in our day, that would not have been tolerated at all.
Oh, no. No, I just felt the paddle go across my rear end now.
At least you didn't get paddled by your mama. I did. You know, my mother was a school teacher for years.
My mama used a belt. I can still hear the closet door opening and all them belts swinging out. And she'd rear back and she'd take a load off. You were disciplined when you did something wrong. And you can go and say, oh, well, spanking's bad. Spanking's not bad. I got every one of them I deserved.
At the time, it's not. You don't realize what you deserve. It's later in life, because at the time, you got a sore. And who used to get that eyeball during church? That you knew that coming up after church, it was another place of respect that one must have in life.
And it was not just your parents. Anybody in that church give you the eyeball, or anybody in your neighborhood give you that eyeball. We were raised in the neighborhood, and if you did something wrong, a neighbor would take care of it. Then tell your mom and daddy that they had to intervene, and you got it again when you got home that night. I'm glad I got butt whooped.
I think you and I have just solved the world's problems, and no one knew it but us. Oh, wait a minute. Everybody in the South knew it. It's just the rest of the nation that needs it. Now, don't take me wrong. We've got our issues in the South, too. But we need to face these problems we got head on to fix our nation. We certainly hope that it can be.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we need to work on. We need to bring God back into society.
Ooh, boy.
That's just plain and simple. He's not coming back unless we ask him back.
That's true.
He's already been here, and we pushed him away, and he said, I'm sitting here waiting on y'all, and when you decide you want me, let me know, and I'll come back and heal your country. And that's all we need to do is everybody as a country say, Lord, please forgive us, and we want you to come back.
Very important to do things like that. Can you believe this is, I mentioned this a while ago, and it almost slipped past me. We got Green Day coming up. I think it's Friday, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. You better wear green or get pinched.
That's what I was just fixing to ask you. Is that still a thing to where you get pinched?
It was in school, because you made sure you wore some kind of green, because kids pinched back then. And I mean, we all aimed out, we're going to find somebody that don't have green on.
Remind me to ask Carolyn Smith. She knows it all. I'll get in touch with her and see if people still pinch.
Yeah, we need to know if that's still a thing or not.
Ooh, already 8 minutes into the 7 o'clock hour as we start your day. Coming up next, we've got somebody that's on the run in handcuffs in the Meridian area. We'll tell you all about it in just a moment. Y'all don't rush off. We'll be right back to tell you all the details.
Looking for the answer to the questions that are sure to come later today? You know, what's for lunch or what's for supper? That answer is El Norte Mexican Restaurant with 3 convenient locations in Meridian. Whether you're in the mood for one of their delicious, authentic dishes or their famous fish tacos, or maybe it's their large drink selection that pique your interest. Remember, their combo meals are buy one, get one free every Tuesday from 3 p.m. till close. The Mariachi Band performs at their 22nd Avenue location the first Thursday of each month. We will see you at El Norte Mexican Restaurant, Hill Street and Highway 19 North.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clarke, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Spring is right around the corner, and Wilson Saw on Highway 19 North invites you by to get your equipment ready. For the do-it-yourselfer, they have all the filters and oil you'll need. Does your X-Mark need a tune-up or maybe a new set of blades? Let the professional sharpen your steel chainsaw or replace the plug. And they can get your steel weed eater running like tip-top for the spring. Whatever your need is, Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power will have you ready for spring. 71 Highway 19 North, 601-693-4100.
Looking for the answer to the questions that are sure to come later today? You know, what's for lunch or what's for supper? That answer is El Norte Mexican Restaurant with 3 convenient locations in Meridian. Whether you're in the mood for one of their delicious, authentic dishes or their famous fish tacos, or maybe it's their large drink selection that pique your interest. Remember, their combo meals are buy one, get one free every Tuesday from 3 p.m. till close. The Mariachi Band performs at their 22nd Avenue location the first Thursday of each month. We will see you at El Norte Mexican Restaurant, 22nd Avenue Heights, North Hill Street, and Highway 19 North.
And welcome back. Scotty Ray and Odie this morning as we start today. As we mentioned just a moment ago, there's a suspect on the loose, and I just spoke with Chief Deputy Ward Calhoun, who's going to get us a photo in just a moment to share for you to be on the lookout on that, as we posted this just a moment ago there. Handcuffs. Now, we don't know all of the details. We'll wait for this, but it's possibly the suspect that may have been involved in the robberies of the two convenience stores, the possibility of this.
Good deal. I know that you had posted some video yesterday of them sneaking around the building and a picture of the car. So that's good that our men were able to get out there. And I know there were some leads called in, and can't do any of this without the public getting involved and saying, hey, look, I think I know that guy.
So if you're in the downtown area, somewhere in that area, supposedly, and again, this is secondhand, we're going to get the entire story from Ward coming up, and I think they were transporting him in last night. As he got out of the car, he commenced to run it. As soon as the door was cracked, he was gone. Deputies are looking for him. So if you happen to see somebody walking around Meridian today with maybe handcuffs behind him.
Yeah, he's not twiddling his thumbs back there.
Call the sheriff's department. I think he was wearing black shorts, maybe, I think what somebody told me. So we'll get the details here in a moment. But handcuffs are the dead giveaway. Now, I don't know how hard it is to get out of handcuffs. I didn't listen to the rest of the story that time that Paul Harvey talked about that. But how hard are they to get out of?
They're not easy, and especially if they're locked. If when you can put the handcuffs on, and if you don't hit the little switch where it locks them, then there are ways that you can get out of them.
Does that work on TV, the thing where they have the paper clip in their mouth and then...
It will.
Really?
That is a way to get out. Now, it's going to take you a little bit of practice, and you've got to work at it. But if jail is a second home... You've probably tried this before, and what else do you have to do but to practice these things?
And as we've mentioned that video, let's look at the suspect. And again, the picture that I'm fixing to show you, the video, is very grainy. I don't want anybody going, well, I can't tell a whole lot about it. This is the best we can do sometimes in a situation. And this did lead, I believe, to the arrest of this right here. As we go out to Collinsville, the perpetrator or suspect would run from the Cefco to the parking lot of Piggly Wiggly. They would pass by these cameras here. Let's take a look at this, Odie. Here he comes right there. There he is as he comes and walks up against the building there. He's covered pretty good. And
it's not just the face that you want to look at, but watch how he walks.
There he goes. He's going to come up through here. Now, there are two people involved in this, as we will learn from this video. Right here, here's the car, the getaway car. He waited until that person comes running back, and then they exit the parking lot there at Piggly Wiggly. This is where you pull in here. This is the lube shop. And we do want to thank Dan for loaning us that video footage. His building captured that yesterday. And most likely was a large portion of getting this person arrested. And we need more people to step forward and do that.
Yes.
I'm sure this gentleman will be back in custody before long. But we want you to know what we know and how we know it. We'll get an official word here in a moment and a picture of what to be looking for.
And whoever called that in, there's no names.
No.
Nobody knows who you are. You just called in and said, look, I mean, this guy right here walked like this, and he reminded me of this guy, and that might be somebody you need to check out. And that's all it takes.
That's right.
And we can lead to this and get that off the street and make our community safe again. And that's where we start.
I got this fancy new keyboard up here, and it's so fancy I couldn't read the word escape. That's why I had to put my glasses on there. I knew it was down there somewhere.
So they've moved it from the top left over there.
Man, this is a fancy. This thing here, you can take L's cell phone and lay down over there and click a button and type on your cell phone from here.
Ain't that just smart?
Now, I didn't tell you I knew how to get there. I just know that it will do that.
Well, don't call Greg, because he won't know either.
What's Greg doing here lately? Anything big on him?
No. We had to go to a meeting the other day, and then we had him out yesterday.
Greg, and of those who he's referred to as Greg Chatham, a lot of people know Greg.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Greg. That we want to say hello.
Good morning, Greg. I love him to death. He's a good old boy.
Almost like a brother to you there.
He is that.
A few good mornings as we say good morning to Lost Gap Meehan. Sonia watching us there, all the way from Townsend, Mississippi. Joe Gully joining us. We had an Alabama town.
Yeah, Stapleton. I went through there Saturday when we went to the house, and I kind of took a back road. We were, in a way, going a different route. And I looked up, and there's a big water tower. It said Stapleton, and Amy said, "Remember that guy who commented the other day?" And I said, "Yeah." So we went through there. Headed to the house.
I don't think I've ever been through that. I went through Fruitdale, if that counts for anything.
Well, it's on the way. You got to go through Fruitdale to get to
And
Stapleton.
Always speak your last moment of peace before you leave Wayne County, because once it goes too late, you ain't talking to nobody.
Yeah. And then we finally got a little bit of service through there, but Fruitdale doesn't have a dime's worth.
It's nothing going
They don't even have a payphone that works out there.
Our next thing that went on yesterday, and boy, you want to talk about a good outcoming to a story. As we pull this up, we got word that we had a missing child. A 14-year-old would come up missing, and I got lots of texts going, okay, where are all them deputies going? And this is where they were headed to, in the southeast area. Now, as I mentioned, this would turn out so much better than most cases. As we pull this up, she was found safe, and thank heavens that was the outcome of that, and there was not anything found before dark also.
Yes, definitely. And we were working diligently to do that, and reading some of the posts and the comments, it sounded like, and you read a lot into a text, but it sounded like people were getting upset that we didn't release any more information or ask the public to come and surround that area.
What is the reasoning behind that?
And we were familiar with this, so this wasn't, a first-time deal. So we kind of understood the situation before we got there. It was desperate that we found her,
right?
But at the same time, we knew what areas to cover, and we had the area pretty much well surrounded, so she wasn't going to cross a road. We had all that covered.
The areas
around, and we just didn't need everybody coming in and walking out into the woods, because now we may turn into, now we're trying to find someone who come to try and rescue her.
Right.
And that's what we really didn't need at that time. And some people said they need a name. What if they saw her? A better description than, black leggings, black and white shirt
and had it
with
went
a cat.
On further, that would have been provided.
Yes, we had one drone out there that we were utilizing with a drone, and we had a team of drones that were en route coming in. We had other search teams that were en route coming in that do this. There's protocols that we have to take. There are certain ways. You don't just walk off in the woods. You have to do this in a particular manner. But anybody that would like to join our search and rescue team.
Oh, you can do that?
You can do that.
Really?
Training is free. Come to the office, fill out the paperwork. We will do a background check, everything. All our classes are done at nights and weekends because we know that people have to work. And we'll get you certified as a overland search and rescue person, and we will start utilizing you that way. And you'll understand going through this class why we don't just say, okay, we need everybody out here now and just walk through the woods on your own.
Can I get a badge out of this if I come take the class?
We'll get you one. I've got some stickers ordered.
There you go. Elvis got his badge. He went on up to the White House and got it there. But this is seriously, I joked around about that, but that is a good thing. The more trained you are, the better you are for your community. And that's
right.
That's huge.
That's right. And we can get done a whole lot quicker doing it systematically than just going out looking.
I got a call from Jasper County last night. They have a search and rescue team there. They were volunteering there. Had they not gotten the word yet that they'd been rescued, but they wanted to know they were offering their services for Lauderdale County as well to come help. So a big thank you to Jasper County for doing that.
Yes, and we all work together, and that right there is a network between all EMAs and fires. We're going to reach out and say, hey, man, we're sitting here ready to go. You give me the okay, and we're on the way. And that's I don't know if it's in any other state, but I tell you, that's a proud Mississippi moment right there.
I like that. Hey, good morning. Equipment going out to Clifton Busby. How you doing, Clifton? Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Reggie McKee joins us. Let's see here. We've got... let's see here. We had another town. Oh, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia with us. I bet that's Mississippi.
Yeah, that's it. Philadelphia, Mississippi. Jeannie, how are you today? So glad to see you joining us. And you can do that as well. You can communicate with us as we're live here on television, Facebook, Scotty Ray Report, or on YouTube. Either way.
I can just about read, what was that, Melanie and Ricky Roberts and Sheila Lang. I do better with, maybe my prescription's running out. I need to go get it refilled.
Oh, we got Florida jumping in there. Don joining. Is that Okeechobee?
And look at there.
Look at there.
Man, good to be with us on this Tuesday morning from Florida.
Yes, sir, Bob. We'll be right back. We got more to talk about what went on yesterday in the community, and we'll be right back.
Mike Rice here with Mike Rice Auctions and Wholesale. Auctioneer number 1614 with another awesome estate sale for you guys. We have an estate auction here in Meridian, Mississippi on Highway 19 North. The address is 6141 Highway 19 North. You can go to High Bid right now and check it out at www.mikericeauctions.highbid.com. It's a beautiful estate. Check it out. Bid on it. I'm going to tell you, this is probably one of the coolest auctions that we've ever done.
You know, another thing that Mike Rice is going to have with that auction is a 1948 Lincoln Continental. Maybe you want an old treasure. They've got that. That's a part of that sale, that auction going on. Hope you'll take advantage of that. And you always get some neat stuff.
Man, that's like a land yacht there, isn't it?
It is. It's big and green.
And heavy.
It's a monster.
That's back when the seatbelt was your mama. She hold that arm out. And you ain't no seatbelt we've got nowadays is as strong as a mama's arm.
You're absolutely right. And I still have a tendency to do that, or throw that arm, because I saw it all my life.
Yeah, felt it.
They use it in wrestling a lot to knock people out.
That's where it came from.
It certainly is. As we look at a few other things, let's start off with what happened in we don't have a lot of the details, but we do know that there was a fatal accident in Clarke County late yesterday afternoon involving an ATV. No names have been released, but we do know that it's a female that lost her life. We pass along condolences to the family. This happened on County Road 637, I think in the Carmichael community.
Yeah, that's a tough situation for everybody. You know, the family, the first responders that show up, just everybody involved, and our prayers definitely go up to everybody. Very terrible thing, and the only thing you can do is to learn from accidents like this, so we don't repeat these things.
Right. Let's see here. We've got Maria Ramirez. Am I pronouncing that right? Ramirez. I'm sorry. And she's watching from Morton, Mississippi.
Look at that. Welcome from Morton. We appreciate you being with us.
Let's see. Another thing that went on yesterday, we had an accident on I-20 as we pulled this up for you to see here. This would be at the 49th Avenue Bridge on I-20, right underneath, right here is where the accident happened. Now, we don't know the details of what caused the accident, but one person would lose their life in this accident and another taken to the hospital for injuries. We pass along condolences to this family, how horrible for something like this is to happen in our little area there. And we cannot address this enough and say that heartfelt prayers go out to you and yours during this time of grief.
Definitely. I mean, they hit that pylon, and it was just a bad situation.
Yeah.
And use caution when you see a lot of traffic backing up. We know it. You want to get anxious, you want to get through, but just take a deep breath. It's not you, and just relax. Tough situation for everybody.
It is, and as always, we'll try to keep you up to date with the very latest. Last night, what went on? Oh, Odie.
Don't say it's not so.
It happened as we got to know. We wrong button there, Odie.
Oops.
We'll get back to them in just a moment.
That's right.
But a car was hit with gunfire last night, and it happened on 21st Avenue and 20th Street. This will be not far from there, from Point Rexall. It'd be to the east of there where that went on. No one was injured to our knowledge, but we do know that a car was hit several times with gunfire.
Yeah, it's going to end up, someone's going to get hurt.
Absolutely.
I mean, just the law of averages is going to end one day, and we're going to have a life claimed. Somebody somewhere saw something.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're not calling in and not giving the information. And just hope that it's not your loved one who gets injured because you decided I'm not going to call and give the information that I know.
You're right.
We've got to stop this.
It starts with the community.
That's right. Somebody saw it somewhere. And somebody
and
knows.
as you've said before, and I want to make everybody understand, you don't have to give your name. You can remain anonymous.
Yes, you're not going to be known. Nobody's going to say a word. Call. Let's clean this area up. If we get in there and clean this area up now and stop this stuff, could you imagine how full of joy our lives would be if we could get back to enjoying our community?
It's like when you come home and your wife goes, "Who'd you have lunch with today?" And you're going, "How did you know I had lunch?"
Yeah, I had to call Greg last night and say, "Hey,
back me up.
I left a pork chop in your car. I guess you could give it to your dog."
How did you leave a pork chop in somebody's car?
So we went to I rode with him. So it took a while to get there. But we went to the truck stop and I got the pork chop.
Well, that was good. I ate with y'all there a few weeks ago.
I tell you, it hits the spot. Well, RW, he called and said I had a flat tire and need some help. So Greg said, "Well, hurry up. We got to go rescue RW." So I just wrapped my pork chop up and I said, "Well, we're going to go get RW. He's a good old fella and we'll take care of him. I'll worry about eating later." And so left work, went home. I was eating dinner with the wife and realized, I had a pork chop laying on Greg's dash.
Not every day that you leave your pork chop in somebody else's car.
And it's a good pork chop. So I called Greg and I said, "Well, I left your dog something in your car." He said, "What?" And I said, "It's a pork chop."
Bocephus is hungry.
And then Rhiann called and said, "Bo and Greg's fighting over a pork chop." I said, "Well, I can see that."
Our next big headline that has happened in our community, and by now you've probably heard this, seen this in some shape, form, or way. As we pull here, Backyard Burgers is no more. As you read the sign, it is closed permanently. As we glance across this, and this is right there on Highway 19 near Walmart. Now, as we learn more about this, as I spoke to former employees, they were not notified until that morning. They got a phone call that said, "Shut it down. We're closed." This spread across 6 locations in Meridian and the Jackson area. 6 would be shut down, and they were pretty much told that you'll get your check in the mail. And that's it.
You know, that's tough. I had read somewhere that they were going through a bankruptcy and whatever come out through the court, they were told shut down and close. So there are a couple of them open that are privately owned.
That weren't a part of this. This was corporate owned, and that they had to shut down. Well, and you think about those who now need a job. I'm not sure how many employees were employed there in the Meridian area, but I know there's a lot of restaurants out there going, "We need employees," so y'all reach out.
A job can be found.
Absolutely. There's folks that need you here in the Meridian area.
And we got a shoe manufacturing company
That's
coming.
what I hear there.
So you can go to
Shaloop.
Yeah.
The old bread factory is now
a shoe factory.
Shoe factory. That's
made out of algae.
We're tickled that we're getting business like this in the Meridian area. Sits right across from the Mississippi Children's Museum, right next to Joe's there at SMI, next to the police station. You can't miss all that.
Can't miss it.
Hope to have more of that.
Man, that would be great if this breeds into more coming in and showing what we've got here, and it'd be wonderful.
All right, we got more on the way, and in just a few minutes we'll talk about what happened on this date. Test your memory, see if you remember a few things. That's next.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
I'm Chris Bullock, and I'm a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. As a former Meridian Police Department cadet, and Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office Ranger, public safety will always be a top priority. As supervisor, I'll stand with our brave law enforcement officers and promote law and order. I'll approve funding for necessary personnel, training, and equipment to ensure professional service and safer community. I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your support.
Paid political by friends of Chris Bullock.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Sip and Savor is back in downtown Meridian. Chef Jimmy Kennedy will headline this year's festival, bringing an outdoorsman spin on elevated Southern cuisine. Taking the main stage is country music artist Levi Hammond. Sample over 50 chefs and distilleries visiting from all over the South to showcase their award-winning dishes. Experience the culinary tradition of the South like you never have before.
You know, as we talk about new job opportunities, we've got one for you here at Meridian Community College. And this is something that is becoming, well, handy to know. Cybersecurity and technology. They offer a class on this.
You know, I in the past month, my Amazon account has been locked because too many people's trying to access it. And if I would click this website, I could get that fixed. And these guys are out there fishing and trying to get information. And do you want to be the leading edge of how to stop this and stop these criminal activities on a computer? And you can do that right here at home at MCC.
As you look at this, you can flip right there and take a look at it. It's great. Drop in, you call them right there at that number, 484-8830. It's security, job security, that's for sure, because we need this.
And we'll never get away from it.
Nope. There's too many people that want into businesses need this to block bad guys out. It's the new way that people have gotten to where they break the law. This is a way to stop all of that.
And make money at the same time and raise your family.
Again, MCC, make a career change today and check that out. Already 7:32. Odie, where is today going?
We are moving along.
All right.
It doesn't take long,
It
does
does not. Let's start out on a few things that happened on this date. You almost feel like you know this guy, even though he's been dead and gone for a long, long time. 1879, I think he's referred to as the smartest fellow that ever breathed a breath. Albert Einstein was born on this date.
That's a long, you really think it's a long time ago, but when you really put it down on a piece of paper, it ain't that long ago.
No, it's not.
But man, Albert Einstein, he had some theories, and could you imagine the stuff that he came up with then?
Yeah. Look at where we are, thanks to him.
Relativity.
The show, I don't know if you remember this or not, but back in I think it was during the 80s and 90s, there was a TV show called The Equalizer. I know that they have remade that now, but this guy's been in a lot of movies. Anybody remember Michael Caine? He was born on this date.
Michael Caine.
Was he in Silence? Maybe not.
No, he wasn't in Silence of the Lambs. He was in Batman. He was in...
Yeah, he was Batman.
Let's see. Golly, a bunch of them. I can't even think. But great movies. But pull him up and look, and he's got some good movies if you follow him. And go to Netflix, click on them, and watch them. God, there's one stuck in my head with him, and it was a criminal movie, and I can't think of what it is. But anyway, Michael Caine, great actor.
I'm right on the tail end of that trying to figure out what it is because I know as well. One of the best producers that ever made it there, and a lot of people will know this guy. He's won so many awards. Quincy Jones was born on this date. I'm telling you, he's talented. He's worked with the best that are out there.
Yeah. Miss Congeniality.
Golly. That was a pretty good show.
It was funny.
Part very well, didn't she?
She did come from a hardcore FBI to a beauty queen.
Yeah.
That was a Sandra Bullock all the way. She's good.
But I would have never, because, she kind of played that, how do you word that when a lady is like what she was? Is it tomboyish?
Tomboyish?
Yeah.
and then went to put on a dress.
Yes. I don't know if a lot of people remember this guy, but for a while there, he was big in country music. Michael Martin Murphey was also born on this date back in 1945, and he took to the folk scene later in his career, still going at it. Did you ever watch City Slickers?
I did.
Yeah, that was a big show, and it seems like he used to also MC an award show. Am I right? Billy Crystal, born on this date. Of course, that taken from the big movie City Slickers.
He did do one of those little shows.
It was kind of like Vince Gill for years on the CMA award show. Both of them had great camaraderie with the audiences, and I can't remember what it was.
I can't either.
There you go.
But it's out there. We'll remember. It's still early on a Tuesday.
Ruben said that he was also in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin. It was a funny movie.
Yeah. Anything Steve Martin.
He is kind of
funny. You remember
funny.
The Jerk?
Yeah.
Where he made the little thing that went down to the nose so your glasses didn't slide down.
The oil can's leaking.
Yeah. Somebody this oil can.
That was a funny movie. You never dated
was.
anybody like that girl that rode the motorcycle that was in the circus, did you?
No.
Wanted to make sure.
Just making sure. Yeah, I didn't quite get that far.
Today, we bring up this next guy that is having a birthday, and I doubt you know his name. His name here is Adrian Zemed.
That sure doesn't ring a bell.
No, it doesn't matter, but he got the opportunity. He's having a birthday today, but he had the opportunity to work with Heather Locklear. Who's the star of this birthday here? Heather.
I would have changed my name if I could have co-starred with her.
Brought this up because it was T.J. Hooker that they were both on. We were joking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember his name, but he has a birthday today, and he also had that great opportunity to work with her.
Not a bad deal.
No, it was not. No, it wasn't there. So just in case you missed out on that. Today is the day that they permanently moved JFK's body to the eternal flame. They had put him in a resting place and then moved there after they got everything ready.
Seen that a few times, and it is kind of touching to walk through Arlington and see that. And
the unknown soldier.
Man, that's awesome. If that doesn't touch your heart, whoo, man, just to sit there and watch them exchanging of the guards, and man, it's amazing. And do not say a word, because they'll put a halt to that entire ceremony, turn around, and will drill sergeant you until you can't talk no more in front of everybody.
Yeah, you're right. So many people don't realize in the big history of things that Arlington, that is Robert E. Lee's home. As we look back on that, how did that come to be? Well, they didn't want him to come back home. You know, he married George Washington's granddaughter.
That's right. Yep, sure did.
Had things not have changed, he probably would have run for president of the United States at some point. And in order to keep him from coming back home, they started burying bodies in his front yard. And that's how Arlington came to be.
And now we've got it as a internment for our honored men and women of this country.
It's sacred to be buried there now.
That's exactly right.
1968, the final episode of Batman would come on. Da-na-na-na-na.
Pow.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of them.
They're corny
I like
compared
Batman.
to today's technology.
It's amazing. And then have the pow and the boom and the whop. Yeah.
All right, we got our answer about Billy Crystal. He hosted the Academy Award show 9 times. I really thought he had been there a while.
Yeah. He never did get slapped.
No. He come out okay on all of that.
Yeah, he didn't have to stand up there and take it like a man.
That's right. Back in 1972 on this date, a piece of paper slid across Ronald Reagan's desk. They were wanting him to pardon someone. He had happened to be there when Johnny Cash came to sing at the prison. He was wanting out mighty bad. It ended up being Merle Haggard was pardoned today by Ronald Reagan. He pretty much ended up being a pretty straight-laced citizen after that.
He wasn't a happy-go-lucky when it come to the people at his concerts. He was kind of dry. When it was over with, it's like, I ain't signing nothing.
I got to go.
Yeah, I've got other things to do. And I was like, well, all right then.
I turned 21 in prison doing life without parole, but Mama tried. That was a
Good
great song by him, and he did "Mama's Hungry Eyes." If y'all remember that, and that is such. And if you're listening here, going, "What are you talking about?" You ever thought about what your mom gives up for you? During the Great Depression is when this song was written about, to where the mom never got a dress, she never got anything, and whatever she got, she gave to her kids. But he always saw the want in his mama's hungry eyes, in her hungry eyes, but she never said a word. Almost brings a tear to a glass eye.
Britt said Merle signed a guitar for me. Golly.
He did.
Man, that's awesome.
There for a few years, Britt walked around with Merle's guitar. He had it borrowed from a good friend of his manager. I remember seeing that guitar. That was
awesome,
a beautiful guitar.
Man.
Merle was one of the best there was when it came to music. He knew how to touch the soul.
And a very good voice and the songs, yeah. We're going back to where it was stories.
Branded man. And there are a lot of people that have done something wrong in their life, and if you'll remember that song, who've done something wrong, and they do their time, and then no matter where they go, they're a branded man for the rest of their lives. And he wrote about that. Of course, he was that man behind all of that. Yeah. Merle Haggard. As we look to 1972, and I hate to admit this, Odie, I have never watched this. Never in my life have I watched this movie.
It's been a long time, but it was a good movie.
The Godfather.
I remember Godfather's Pizza.
Can you talk in that?
Well, you know, if you get lost in the woods, just call us and we'll come get you.
And they do. It's the kiss on the cheek. Is that? That's the kiss of death, right?
I think that's hello.
Oh, it is. I don't want to meet none of them.
I don't either.
I'm going to leave it at that.
You know, I don't want to kiss you.
1975, we would lose one of the most beautiful women that ever breathed a breath. Miss Susan Hayward passed away. What an actress she was at the age of 56 back in 1975. She was a great woman there. We're certainly going to miss her. Now, I liked this movie. It was kind of roughly based on Mississippi. As we go to the Robert Johnson story. Anybody heard of the movie Crossroads? I don't know
if I saw that.
And if you'll notice there, it's basically of a blues man that goes to the crossroads in Mississippi and trades his soul to the devil to be able to play. And it's the Robert Johnson story.
Yes.
And then this little young kid comes along and challenges the devil to get back Blind Dog Willie, I think that's what his name was, soul back from the devil.
Oh,
it was good. If you ever get
I need to go back and watch that again.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. A lot of great blues. Yeah. And one of the funniest movies I've ever watched was Airplane. I mean, it was really. You picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
Yeah. Don't call me Shirley. Roger.
Roger. Y'all remember this? Peter Graves passed away on this day. But what I did not know about this man, he was Matt Dillon's brother, James Arnaz. That's his brother there. I had no idea. And he changed his name so there wouldn't be a confusion in between him and James. But did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
Roger.
Roger. You know, the autopilot blew up.
Good, clean American fun.
Yeah, but you can't play no more.
That's right.
It comes on now on ABC, and it's 2 minutes long.
That's the way it happens. More to come as we begin your day. Already 7:43. We'll be right back. Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 invites you by to take a look at a brand new product they've got. Odes, ATVs, and UTVs. These side-by-sides range from 800 to 1,000 cc's, and they come with heat or air. Whether you're doing work around the farm or hunting, they've got the unit just for you to keep warm or cool, depending upon that Mississippi and Alabama day. Swing by for a test drive today at Freeman Tractor. See coleslaw, buttermilk, and don't forget you can meet their newest employee, Eggplant. That's Freeman Tractor, Highway 494.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the back porch.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
Something that we've got plenty of, Odie, and that's no lack of accidents that happen. If your car gets dinged up, bented up, we'll go see our friend Chet. That's what he does all day long, taking care of folks that's been wounded by another car.
That's right.
Mailbox.
It doesn't matter how small the scratch is or how bad the damage is. Chet's going to take care of you. Him and his people is going to come together and make your car, make your truck look brand new again. You'll never know that anything had happened, and you're back on the road with a nice, shiny car.
And even classics, as you look at Chet's car there. Isn't that beautiful?
That is awesome. Man, that gives you the EBGBs wanting to get in.
Go for a little ride there. And, of course, there's the paint booth that you can check out. They'll take care of it for you. They'll do all that insurance work for you where you don't have to fool with it, get you hooked up with a rental car. See them today. Chet's Paint and Body. You'll find them there in Center Hill in the curve out toward the reservoir. Call them. They can even come to you if they have to.
That's right.
Chet. Good people. They'll take care of you.
Definitely will.
Speaking of fender benders, we go to Highway 19 yesterday. I got word that there was an accident on Highway 19. And let's pull this up as we get, let me see here. We got to have this little doodaddy to do that, though. As we pull this up, this was the scene yesterday on Highway 19. This will be right there at Best Sadie again. We've had several accidents on Highway 19 there. Mississippi Highway Patrol was dispatched to that. And as you can see, look at the line of traffic, and there's the accident right up there. There's the Best Sadie sign. As we'll try to make that a little bit bigger where you can see that. A few minor injuries, nothing major, but it did happen there. So thankfully it was no worse than that yesterday.
And hopefully it won't be too much longer. We'll have that 4-lane going through there. And they've got a lot of it done.
They're working
so now
on the
they'll have
bridges
the two
up.
ends.
Yeah.
And then grab the middle, we'll be all right.
Yeah, we're ready for that. As we look at an accident happened last night also there on Valley Road, a real curvy road there.
Yeah, it's right over there by Plant Sweat. And, there's a straightaway there. And back in the day, that was a quarter-mile racetrack.
Look here, Odie telling all the secrets.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big thing anymore.
Yeah, that's disappeared, hasn't it?
Yeah,
so
too much of that. Chandler Road and Allen Swamp. There was your 3 racetracks.
Yeah, but that there on Valley Road, that was that swampy area there. That could turn out bad.
Yeah, and it's a lot of times when we have some heavy rain, it will get across the road, so you've got to be careful in that area.
Absolutely. Another thing that we wanted to bring up, this was the scene. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. I don't have pictures of the actual scene, but we got pictures of off in the distance of a fire that the Meridian Fire Department was called out to go to. As you can see that dark smoke, they're miles away from that accident or fire. Let me reword that. It wasn't an accident. It was a fire that broke out. Somebody lost their home there on 5th Street is where that was.
Terrible situation, and hope that they get everything that they need to help with their family.
Now, the next thing that we want to bring up that is coming, and this is a good thing. I'm glad this has been put together. As we all know, we lost an officer last year with the Meridian Police Department, and they are putting together Run for Croon. As we pull this up, this is going to be coming up March the 24th. Let's pull this up where everyone can see this. Here we go as we look at, let's make this picture a little bit bigger here where you can see this. March the 24th at 10 a.m. It's going to be at Bonita Lakes Park. So $20 registration fee goes to a great cause. If you'd like to know more about that, you can visit our page and get that. The Meridian Police Department sent that out to us yesterday. So we thought we'd share that with you also.
Support this. This is, this guy lost his life in the line of duty while he was responding to help our citizens.
That's right.
And he lost his life. And we need to come together during this time and raise some money to help support his cause, his name.
Oh, yeah, and it's a teary-eyed situation, and especially if you worked, and you think about that, if somebody that you work with day in, day out, and you have to put yourself in the footsteps of a police officer. It could have been anyone that got that call.
That's right.
He just happened to be the one that arrived there first.
Yeah, tough situation.
All right, we've got a car show coming up. This is pretty neat. The Precast Group, if you hadn't been out there lately, they've got a classic car show coming up the 25th. They're going to have, from 8 till 2. Again, that's right on the outskirts of Meridian. Live music going to be happening there, cornhole, and some raffles. So come on out, check it out. That's going to be on the 25th of March. I love old cars. Love watching all that.
And the way that, people have babied them, took care of them, took them to Chet's, and he fixed them.
That's right.
And now they're showcasing it where we get to see and bring back memories of yesteryear's automotive. Nothing beats it.
It does. You're right. Boy, Odie's on this. I like that.
Didn't even have a script.
You did not. Already 7:50, y'all. We'll be right back.
Jackson Flowers has been a part of the Meridian area for a little over 60 years now. Now, they've moved to a new location on Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. You could be looking for that perfect thinking of you gift, or maybe it's just a happy you need, whether live or artificial, no matter what the need is in your family. Whether it's a birth to your time of need, Jackson Flowers is there for you. Drop in and visit with them again. Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Jackson Flowers, for all your needs.
If it is time for another car or truck for your family, see our friends at Interstate Auto. They're located on North Frontage Road in Meridian, just down from IHOP. They offer bank rate financing. All applications are accepted with over 14 years in business, and they offer you a fair price. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Saturday 9 until 2. Appointments available after hours as well. Remember, all roads lead to Interstate Auto, 802 North Frontage Road, Meridian, 601-483-6977.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
Well, if you're looking for that dream home, visit our friends there at Snowden & Company. We had that picture up just a little bit ago. And they got so many houses to look at. Now, you can do this in person or just simply do it from the convenience of your home or your phone, wherever that is, at snowdenrealestate.com. They got them from Lauderdale County all the way over to Clarke, Neshoba, Newton, and they have expanded, Odie, even into the Jackson area around Brandon, Flowood. If you need a home there, they can get you there. Maybe it's Clarkdale you always wanted to live, or West Lauderdale, Kemper County. It doesn't matter. A home just for you. Now, the inventory constantly changes. Check back, and maybe you just want some land. They do that also where you could build your own. See Amanda. She'll tell you more about this at 453-3937. You see a lot of those signs around town.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And let them do the work for you.
Yes, sir, Reed Bob. That's her staff. Great people. See them today, 453-3937. People that you can trust, and that's what it's all about. You ever just get a cool picture sent to you, you think, I got to show everybody?
Oh, man. That's just cool all the way around.
Let's go out to Keyfield and a plane that landed. This is supposed to be the fastest private jet in the world that a company can own, or a private person.
Yeah.
As we look at this picture here.
Man, isn't that beautiful? Background, all that. I mean, that's just, wow.
Yeah. Again, Keyfield is where that was. Big thank you to Scott Stevens, who sent in that picture. And if you get a great picture you think, I like that, send it to us.
Yeah.
Easy to do on Facebook, or you can send it by email, scottyray1969@aol.com. Yeah, I got a Gmail, but I don't want to tell it because I'd have to look it up.
I've got one too, don't remember it.
I got several that I can't remember what all I've got. Let's see a few other things that has been going on in the community that we wanted to bring up. We have to say congratulations to some girls.
Yes.
Let's pull this up and show this picture here. Nothing like being a big winner, and this happened at the Temple Theater over the weekend as we got new queens crowned in the Universal Miss State Pageant. Aren't they beautiful?
You know, I mean, that covers all ages right there, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Man, a lot of beautiful women right there, and downtown Meridian. And
yeah, and you want to see more, visit our page at Facebook or YouTube and take a look at those and see who they were and all that they have there to offer. Beautiful there. Big thank you to them to submitting that to us here. Let's see here. A few other things that are happening around the state. It seemed like there was a big story nationwide. We got just a few moments there. Of course, we're watching everything that's going on nationwide as the banking market in California has major issues.
You know, it does. And when all this COVID money came out and these banks got billions of dollars coming into it, they bought into some of these other securities out there, this tech securities. And, you know, under Trump, we had money coming in, we were earning money, and we were doing this with 2% interest. And we're not even earning that, and we're up to, 4.5%, 5% interest.
And they are looking at raising it again due to what just happened there.
And now all these companies are starting to lose money. Well, the banks are the ones that were investing in them. Now they've gone flop because they don't have the cash to really cover the deposits in that bank. And everybody's going to the bank going, I want my money. Well, they're not able to cover it, and now you see that these banks are failing. And what is that going to do to the entire banking market?
It ain't good.
Not good at all.
We'll watch what goes on in California to keep you posted on all of this as these stories develop here. Let's see what else. It seemed like there was a couple of other stories that I wanted to mention that is happening. What is the most expensive state to live in? California, they say, is the most expensive there. And the cheapest? Take a guess, Odie. Could you guess where the cheapest state in the United States is to live?
Probably Mississippi.
That'd be enough.
Close to it.
That'd be enough.
All right. So let's see. I don't know. I give up.
Ohio, because that's where they drill for gas, and it's just a little bit more affordable in that area there where it's drilled.
I figured Colorado'd be in there with all that money. They were getting tax money back with all the marijuana money.
Is in most cases like
you get paid to live there.
Do you remember that big tobacco lawsuit where Mississippi got all that money?
With Philip Morris.
They wasted all that. It was supposed
we didn't
to
get
stay in a fund and provide things, and people kept
we can use that. We can use. It's kind of like our Social Security money, isn't it?
It is. We're in trouble.
Whoops.
We can't say thank you enough for you dropping by and visiting with us. We're coming back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Make a note of it. Join us here. We'll be behind the scenes all day tracking what happens in our community so you'll know first.
Spend your mornings with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it so much. We'll see you then, and God bless from our house to your house.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: